third thing I guess you could look at too would be, well, yeah, this is big, caching, APC. If you want to really make it scream, go from Memcached. With this, have you heard of that before? Right, memory caching server. What this will allow you to do with the memcache module, like when this caching operation happens, instead of having Drupal rewriting the cache back to the database, it'll actually write it to the Mcache server. Okay? And so then it'll return like that. So then when anonymous users come back next time, it's not even going to touch the database at all. They can just, just to find out is my cache valid or whatever, and then it'll just start grabbing from here. And that'll make it fly. That'll make it really fast. It does other things. It caches also other things like variables and whatever. It just reduces your database hits.
There is one module for this memcache?
Yeah, there's a module for it. I recommend you test it heavily before you put it into production, though, because you can run into a lot of funny stuff. The next thing I would say after these is for APC, make sure also that you test it at apc.php. They provide a script with there's a Debian package for it. It's like apt-get php-apc or something, I think. If not, you can install it with Peckle or Pair or whatever. But test it apc.php. This will tell you how effective your cache is. And if you go to the doc page, it'll tell you how to look at that. There's a bunch of graphs, how many hits and misses, and I don't understand it all, but it tells you what's good and what's bad. So you can optimize it, set the settings. Because if you don't have it set right, you're actually causing performance problems, not benefits. So after that, I'd say after memcached, you can look at, you should of course tweak your my.cnf and PHP and E settings. Always a good idea. Basic performance stuff. Disable modules in Apache which you're not using. My.conf especially. Drupal is really often limited by its database. Reads and writes. It does a lot of database interaction. If you really want to push limits, you can also go for there's more extreme measures you can take. I don't want to get into all of them. You can start converting tables, to other formats. Your database, that can make things go faster. But I think the primary things is getting caching working, getting APC working, memcache, and then I guess in terms of profiling your code, I don't really know. I mean, there's tools like Xdebug is a really good tool for profiling. But I tend to think even in India where people, get paid much less than the US on average, it's still a lot cheaper to buy hardware than it is to pay people to sit there for hours trying to make something a little bit faster. Just chuck in a thing of RAM and be done with it. Honestly, I don't believe in code digging first. I think do all this stuff first, then chuck in more hardware, then if you need to, you can do it. Maybe I'm bad for saying that, but I'm not a purist. I'm an economist. So yeah, I think that's about it. If you want to get into load balancing and replication and all, that's pretty complicated. It's hard in Drupal 5. It requires hacks to core to get it to work, like MySQL replication. Amnesty is running 2 load balance servers, a load balancer in front of it, and a separate server for mail and City CRM. And it's a little complicated, but we don't have MySQL replication happening. We have it happening for backup purposes, but the problem is Drupal doesn't distinguish between reads and writes, so you can't really, unless you do some hacks, you can't really point all your writes to a master or whatever. I'd profile. Okay, here's the other thing I'd do. This one's actually really important. Before you do any of this stuff, this one is 0. Is run siege. Okay? And it's also 1A, and it's also 2A. Just do it after every step. Do you know siege?
Yeah.
Have you heard of that?
Yeah, Ritesh has used
You
Siege.
Siege. Yeah.
You remember? I mean, you'd use Siege for Typo 3 performance, and it says the server is under siege.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Little catapults get rolled out. And everything.
We used. I think they have a free service or something to actually check concurrent users.
Free, the Siege has a service?
Yeah.
I thought it was just the open
Yeah.
source package. This guy Joe Dog?
I don't know. Maybe did you install it or something? Or I don't remember. I remember we had done some tests for concurrent users using Siege.
Yeah, it's just a package you install.
Okay, maybe that was the case.
And one more. HTTP ref.
Huh?
HTTP ref for load testing.
I don't remember.
Yeah, it's pretty simple. I mean, it's basically you define a text file, which has a list of URLs in it, and then you tell Siege how many concurrent users, how many repetitions go, and then it tells you how fast your responses come
There
back.
are some other tools also like HTTP ref is there.
Which one?
HTTP ref.
I don't think I've used that. Oh, HTTP perf.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've seen it. I haven't used it yet. Check it out. Maybe it's better. Or auto bench. I don't know. I guess the other ones. I was using Siege for so long that